Isn't Mrs. Jones vile? I loathe her. I just hate her to the depths of my being and want awful, disgusting things to happen to her. Is that terrible of me? I have visions of her stripped of that gaudy dress and dragged through the streets. Oh, you should have been there, Pav. I'll have her rendition of Let's Fall in Love going through my head for a week. She deserves rich punishment for that, at the very least. Pavel Michalowski listened to the disembodied voice coming from the speaker he had rigged up to the telephone receiver in his basement flat. Pavel was good with wires and technology. He had been building radios since childhood. The speaker, combined with a microphone borrowed from the BBC, was a neat little technological solution to the problem of staying in touch with loquacious friends and demanding clients while getting on with the task in hand. He still had work to do tonight. "You love her, admit it," he said, picking up a stack of bills and glancing through them. "You're just jealous." "Of Tony? Are you joking? The man is tiny and outrageous, and so bourgeois." The voice, rich and resonant, belonged to Pavel's friend Henry Coxon, a journalist and bon viveur. He was talking about Princess Margaret, nicknamed Mrs. Jones by Henry since her recent marriage to their mutual friend Tony Armstrong Jones. "So are you, bourgeois at least," Pavel pointed out. "So am I. At least Tony's talented, as is Margaret, admit it. I heard her sing once. She should do it professionally. It would do her good to try hard at something." "Did you say she was good?" Henry asked. "I can hardly hear you, Pav. Have you got me echoing round your house again? I hate it when you put me on that speaker contraption of yours. Then don't call me when I'm catching up on work after a long day." Henry was upset. "When else can I call, if not after a party? It's the only time I have anything to say." "You have nothing to say. You're a bigger bitch than Her Highness." His friend was only bitter because he'd had visions of squiring the princess himself. When her last engagement had gone wrong, Henry had honestly thought he was in with a chance. He wasn't, and her amused indifference baffled him. Then she ran off with their mutual friend, who was short and limped as a result of childhood polio, and he was astonished. "Oh, that's mean," he complained. "And it's Her Royal Highness. You wouldn't know that being foreign." "I'm not foreign," Pavel reminded his friend equably. "With a name like Michalowski." Pavel ignored this remark. He thought back to the song he'd once heard the princess sing at a soirée, adapting the lyrics as she went along. "Birds do it, bees do it. They say the Navy overseas do it." He hummed to himself as he turned to his overstacked dining table, which served as his office desk, picking up a black and white print that had been sent to him in the post. It was like Pavel's own stock in trade, a girl with shiny hair, head turned 3/4 to the camera, body in a black polo neck sweater that paid testament to the structural quality of her underwear. This particular subject wasn't a girl, more of a proper woman, with a younger version of herself sitting beside her, hair neatly brushed and caught in a clip, staring blankly at the viewer. The print was one of a set, and the quality of the image wasn't great. Frowning, Pavel checked it with a magnifying lens for imperfections. He shot his cuffs and ran his fingers through his hair. He was tired. He'd look at it again later. Henry was still going. "Of course, I'll have to say something nice in my column on Friday. God, I hate the way we have to grovel, don't you? It's so outdated. They're humans, these royals. Why can't we just say so?" Pavel grunted a noncommittal reply. Henry lowered his voice, but its plummy tones, rendered raspy by a 40-a-day cigarette habit, still filled the room.